She's gonna hit the go live button, right? Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're live.
Yep. What's going on? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Casket Ready. Yes, it feels good to be back. It is one of your co-hosts, Mr. Life. I have my other co-hosts with me, Real Estate Ra. How you doing, brother? What's going on?
Doing good.
Okay. Now, we're gonna get right into it. We're not gonna waste any time here. Today's topic is because we do new features now. So today's new topic is who you leaving money for. Now, who you leaving money for, Ra?
I don't need money for myself. I don't need money for nobody.
Very good. Selfish. I like it. Right. So today's topic is we're going to be talking about insurable interest, right? And, before you can insure someone's life, even your own, the insurance companies, they want to know, do you have something to lose if that person passes away? And, that's basically what insurable interest is all about. Right. And to give you the exact definition of what insurable interest is, it means you must have a legitimate financial or emotional stake in someone's life in order to take out a life insurance policy on them. So for those of you who don't know what life insurance is, that's what it is. So I know we are.
So to your point, Kay, so that means that pretty much my neighbor that I don't like, I can't take a policy out on them. And if something would have accidentally happened to him, I couldn't get paid? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Absolutely. And so now and that's important, right? And before we even go any further, go any deeper into, insurable interests, we're going to go ahead and pull up one of those videos, right? Pull up a video in regards to it. So let's go ahead and do that.
So let me ask you, who is your beneficiary?
Oh, my beneficiary is my grandson, Corey. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And remind me again how much you said it was if something was to happen?
$2.5 million.
Oh, wow. That's good. Yes.
Wait, you talking about like $2.5 million? Like with 6 zeros, your zeros all through that, that?
Yeah, tax free.
If something happened to my grandma, like tragically, right? He gotta be like an accident or something. Like
God forbid.
God forbid that. So that's crazy, Grandma. I would hate for something to 2.5 million.
Tax free.
All right, that's crazy.
Thank you for doing business with Essence of Wealth.
Thank you, baby. Got my policy.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
You said this is so nice.
2.5 million, right? Yeah. Come on, Grandma. Let's get you home safe.
All right. Yes.
Let's get you home safe.
Oh Lord, Corey. I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to. Bring me to the grocery store. Get a few days, make my food. And, I'll go by Sister Karen's house. Corey.
Ma'am?
Corey, what is wrong with you? You ain't said nothing since we left the life insurance place. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, Grandma.
Okay, I'm just trying to see what's going on with you now, because you ain't been talking or nothing. Just trying to make sure you all right, baby. Don't put too much sugar in that now, Corey, baby.
Well, yeah? I'm not, Grandma. I got you.
All right. It's so helpful today. Love that. Thank you, baby. It's so helpful today. Oh, wait, you didn't put too much sugar in, huh? Okay, all right, just a cup. All right. Oh. Who is that? Oh, that's Sister Barbara calling me. Hold on, Corey. Yeah, Barbara. Oh, the prayer line canceled for today. I don't know why you got me doing this. You the young one?
My knees hurt, Grandma. You gotta look all this right there.
I don't see it, oh, I'm so glad you was standing right there. That can could have took me out.
Right.
Oh, no, it almost hit my head. I got to go sit down. Ooh, Lord, that scared the mess out of me. Woo! Glory!
You all right, Grandma?
Oh,
You all right?
I guess I'm all right. I had a bad nightmare. Somebody had a pillow over my face.
Oh, Grandma, you gotta get some more rest. You all right?
Yeah, thank you, baby. I'm glad you was right here.
Right.
Help save my life. Thank you. Oh, Lord, that was a bad.
Yeah, now I know this isn't funny, Kay, but I mean it's funny, but it's not funny because you see the look on his face. First off, shout out to grandmas, parents that actually take out life insurance policies and protect their kids. Now you saw his face when he saw a $2.5 million life insurance policy. He said, "Wait, that's the one with the 6 zeros." So if something happened to her, I mean, an accident, you mean to tell me I'll get $2.5 million? So that's insurable interest. So explain a little bit, Kay, real quick, how that translates into insurable interest.
Yeah, so basically, when it comes to insurable interest, like we said earlier, there has to be, some type of relation there, right? There has to be some type of financial gain that the person will receive, when the other person passes away, right? So there has to be some type of interest there, meaning it has to be some type of relationship, whether, as you can see, it was grandmother to grandchild, right? It has to be, spouses, right? Husband or wife, or siblings. So there has to be some type of economic loss if that other person is not there. The grandson seen that, this is a come up for him, right? So, when it comes to insurable interest, even though the relationship was there as far as them being related, right? He had bad intentions. Like he was trying to take Granny out. And so because he had bad intentions of taking Granny out, the insurance companies, they'll recognize something like that. And that's the reason why insurable interest even exists in the first place. You can't take out Granny for a come up. And that's what he was trying to do in this video.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second though. So I mean,
okay,
is it a come up on Granny? I mean, Grandma loves me. She got me a $2.5 million policy.
Yeah.
She looked about 84. I'm saying I'm struggling. She lived a life. If she had an unfortunate accident, is that a come up? She wanted me to enjoy my life.
She wants you to enjoy her life, but not on the expense of you taking her out. Let her go own. Trust me, she ain't got that much time left. So whatever time that is, let her rock out. You get what I'm saying? And that's what the insurable interest is for. Then we want to make sure that those things don't happen. And those things do happen. And that's why it's even a law in the first place, right? So, I like the devil's advocate, right? But yeah, let Granny live her life. You get what I'm saying? She ain't got that much time left. Let her live her life. What she got to do.
No, you're right. I'm just joking, people. I would never do such a thing. I would never do such a thing. I mean, I saw a couple Lifetime movies, but yeah, I would never do such a thing. Never.
Right?
No, but to your point, though. To your point, though, it shows how responsible she was, though, at the end of the day. And to your point, it's insurable interest across the board, meaning that she's leaving a benefit for her grandson, and it makes sense all the way around the board for the life insurance company. Because why? It's some type of insurable interest. It's something staking. You have some type of attachment. It's some type of loss if something were to happen to each other, so it impacts your life. Versus if you don't know somebody and you really do that, and it really is a Lifetime movie, that's why they're not going to take out that policy.
And even to add to that, there's the relationships for insurable interest is not just that you have to be related. This could be also for business partners too. So if you have a business with somebody, right, there is insurable interest there, because let's say if you worked at a restaurant, the restaurant makes let's just say the restaurant brings in $250,000 a year, and there's something called key person insurance, to where you have the best chef in the world. The chef is what makes that restaurant. Everybody's coming to this restaurant because they love the chef. But what happens if that chef passes away? You get what I'm saying? So there's insurable interest there for that whoever the owner is of that restaurant to get a policy on that chef, to make him, to make him the insured, and vice versa, to where they both get policies on each other. There's key person insurance and buy-sell agreements, to where now the owner of the store has insurance on, is the beneficiary as from the chef, and the chef is the beneficiary on the owner's policy. So vice versa. It's best to have it on each other, because why? There's insurable interest there. So now if something happens to the chef, now the manager can go ahead and get a new chef. Now the business doesn't have to falter, if that makes sense, right? So it's important when it comes to insurable interest. There has to be some economic loss if that other person is not there.
So let me simplify that, Kay, because you went on a little soliloquy. So pretty much,
I sure did.
You did, but I'm gonna simplify it. So pretty much, you're one of the business owners. So you're insurable interest. So if something magically were to happen to you, you both standing by steps, and you accidentally fell down the steps, I would benefit from it. Is that what you're saying, to simplify it?
To simplify in a yes, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Absolutely. But I want people to understand it from the perspective of the value that person has, especially from a business perspective.
Okay.
The insurable interest is there because that the person, the human body, is worth a certain amount of money in the insurance company's eyes. They're saying when you die, the business is going to get this much money because you brought this much value to the business. You brought $500,000 worth of value to the business. If that makes sense, right?
That definitely makes sense. That definitely makes sense at the end of the day, which is it's important to know, because it's going to be some type of loss in terms of the business itself. If something were to happen to a business partner, it's going to be a financial loss, and then that's exactly why that comes into play for the actual insurable interest. It's some type of benefit that's going to benefit everyone in the circumstances, to your point.
And then not anyone can get insurance on anyone. Like, it doesn't work like that. A lot of people have that idea that you can just take out a policy on any and everybody. It doesn't work like that. Like, I can't take out insurance on one of my boys because me and him been friends for the past 25 years. It don't work like that. Like, what business deal, or why do we have, like, why am I taking out a policy on this person? What's the insurable interest there? The company is going to ask that. What insurable interest is there? And if we don't have the right answer for that, then there is going to be no coverage, and that's very, very important. It has to be some type of either financial loss or emotional loss as well in that process. And usually the relationships for that is siblings, spouses, business partners, children. That's usually the general rule of thumb.
No, that's interesting, which, the good point you brought up with that, where a lot of people don't want to get insurance because of that same reason. And you hear a lot of people talking like, well, why am I getting insurance? Why am I getting an insurance policy? Why am I going to leave them money for? What if they try to take me out? Which is that exact reason why I got to be an insurable interest. And on top of that, it has to be someone that you trust at the end of the day.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You don't want to just insure everybody or anybody, even if they have an insurable interest. Meaning, at the end of the day, it segues into the other topic, where it's just like, hey, if you have a few kids, 4 or 5 kids, you may want to make the right decision of what kid you want to leave certain amounts of money to. Now, everybody should get something, but the point is, just because there's an insurable interest there, doesn't mean you want to do it. Meaning that, all jokes aside, God forbid you have a sibling or a child that may be on something, you know what I mean, and they have a reason to potentially take you out. I mean, it's not funny, but it's reality. You may not want to insure that person, at the end of the day.
Like if you always arguing with your sibling or your parents or your children, like all the time, and they make funny jokes of oh, I'm gonna kill you one day. Like, don't let that be the person. Don't put that on your policy, right? Or don't tell them like, and I would say don't tell them you have a policy, but you got to tell the person whoever your beneficiaries. You got to tell them that they're the beneficiary on your policy. But to Rob's point, you have to be able to trust that person. And that's what it's really about. You being able to trust the person that you're gonna put as beneficiary on that policy. Say, hey, listen, I'm going to leave you some money. And the insurance companies is going to identify that you guys there is some type of insurable interest there. So then now there are other cases that people who are not the parents to children can take out policies on their nieces, their nephews, if they're like a legal guardian, or if they financially take care of them and they can prove that. They can be they can take out a policy on that niece or nephew. Hope that makes sense.
No, that definitely makes sense. It has to be some type of benefit or reason, So in that circumstance, if it's a person that takes on one of their nieces and nephew because the parents is gone or just they're financially taking care of them, that makes sense because if something happens to them, they can leave the money for that niece and nephew. Or if they get a policy on their niece and nephew, like we always talk about, those particular type of policies can actually add cash value to the child, meaning that they can borrow from that money when it comes time to go to college, things of that nature. So there's insurable interest on both sides of the coins. It makes sense for both sides for policies to be in place.
Absolutely. And it's like, think about it, even if the term seems complicated or confusing, just think about anything in life. Like if there's high interest there, then it makes sense. If there's low interest there, it doesn't make sense. Even in the dating world, right? Not to go off on a tangent or go too far left, but if you like somebody with high interest, it makes sense. If you don't like somebody, or you guys don't get along, you have very low interest in that person. It's not working out. So it's the same. Like, what's the relation? What's the connection? Why are you guys even connecting? So interest, the word itself, interest, doesn't change, right? So that's very, very important when it comes to getting these policies. That there has to be some type of insurable interest prior to actually getting the policy itself, right?
Yeah, and to your point, there's other reasons too on top of that in terms of insurable interest. Funeral costs. I mean, this comes into play. You want to have that policy in place to bury somebody. That grandmother, at the very minimum now, she went all out for her grandson, because that's crazy. She loved her grandson. I'm surprised he was even trying to plan on killing her in that situation when we think about it, because to only have one grandson and put him for $2.5 million, Jesus Christ. But anyway, she did not want to leave him with any debt. She had that policy in place, so when it comes time to bury her, she's going to be buried properly, the way she wanted to be buried, and she's going to be able to have the type of funeral where the way she wants to be remembered, at the end of the day. And there's no stress on the family in terms of when that time comes, when it's time for her to be, called up to heaven at the end of the day. So that's another massive reason of why it's insurable interest. It's a benefit to everybody else and not leaving any debt, like I said, and clearing up all the bills for her, or clearing up the bills for the house. Or if she has a house with a grandson and the mortgage is not paid off, that 2.5 is going to pay off that house and pay off all debts, which will help, her family and her grandson, of course, take it to the next level.
First off, who told you that granny was going to heaven? That's the first part, right? Who told you that? That's number one. Number two, I think that more importantly is the education behind this whole concept. Because if I'm leaving somebody $2.5 million, that implies that they're going to do the right things with that money. I'm not leaving it to you so that you can just spend it. Yes, you're going to spend some. That's the reality. But you're also going to invest some. You're also going to put this money in the right places so that this money not only lasts you for the rest of your life, but it can take care of your children too, if you do the right things with it, right? So I think that's very important too when it comes to it. Not just leaving the money behind, but making sure that you educate the children of whoever you're leaving the money to. They shouldn't be knowing what's going to happen with that money when you leave that money behind for them.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
And another quick topic before we go and get into the video, I want to bring up is that I like the fact that started off from top, meaning that grandma set the example for the family. So now, I don't know what happened to the son, but they get to repeat that process, meaning that at the end of the day, the grandson now knows to get a policy for himself, to get one for his kids. And that's one of the true secrets on how to get generational wealth, because now everybody repeats that process. And what do we always say? We learn from our elders. We learn from the people above us. So I love the fact that it started with Granny. And so it just shows also it's never too late to start, no matter what point you're at in life. Now, I don't know if an 80-year-old's going to get a $2.5 million policy. The policy literally be like $20,000 a month. But but you see, she did the right thing from day one, which is important.
And I mean, shout out to everybody in the chat too. Shout out to Leticia. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Tuning in and commenting in the chat. What did she say here?
Plus, when you reach out to the beneficiary as an agent, you can get them to create a policy for himself. No, absolutely. That's exactly it. You know what I mean? Leticia made a good point. And you involve in the whole family, because a situation like that, and that agent was a good agent because he actually bought. Definitely applause worthy. He brought that grandson to the meeting, and now he gets to explain them, and now he understands, like, wait, life insurance pays out this much money? There's policies for this type of money? It's great. But yeah, if you want to jump into the next video, which that one is funny, where it's going to talk a little bit about funeral costs, we can throw that one on, Kay.
I got you. Give me 1 second.
I don't know if she wants Rob or Robert. Are you one of the members that may be able to tell me exactly what she would want on the?
I'm Rob. What's this all about? She came in this morning. What you talking about?
Okay, hold on a second, sir. You're who?
I am Robert. Robert, that's me.
Okay, and okay, is there Robert Senior or
the Junior is just a child. I'm Robert Senior. That's who I am. Junior is a child. Neither one of us there. We're healthy.
Okay. Hang on. Oh my God. All right. I don't. Okay. Hang on a second, sir.
Yeah.
Miss Diane is your wife?
Yeah, Diane is my wife. You sure you got the right Diane? You sure?
She came in this morning, maybe 5'5", salt and pepper hair, shoulder length, maybe a medium brown complexion.
Mm-hmm. What kind of car was she driving? Did you see the car? You can see the car or something?
It seemed like it was some type of was it a Camry? I think.
Yeah, that's her. And what happened? Tell me. Actually, tell me what happened this morning. She came in and said what to you?
She came in, Mr. Why don't I call back when Miss Diane is there and we can
don't call back. You know, tell me now, right now. I need to know what the is going on. My wife wants something. She want to have a funeral for me, and you want to call me? Let me know. Tell me now,
sir. All I know is Miss Diane came in. And the paperwork was a little. I was just coming reevaluating on what was written here. It wasn't right. I mean, She came in. She picked out the casket. She did everything that she was supposed to.
Casket, bro. This right here, bro. I don't understand. I don't really understand what's going on, but I'm gonna find out later on. I'm gonna find out.
I don't understand. I've never been in a situation like this. Okay, so
you about to get in a situation.
Maybe I need to call back when Miss Diane gets there.
Man,
okay.
I said I need to talk to you now. She get here at 6 o'clock. Don't worry about that. Where you at anyway? What's your name again? Where you at?
I'm John, sir. I'm the funeral home director. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you might be making some funeral arrangements for her too. I might need to switch things and put her name on there.
Okay, sir.
But guess what? 6 o'clock is 6 o'clock.
Sir.
6 o'clock. You gonna be there?
Sir, a funeral is a very serious thing, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
so serious, bro. Look, my wife is coming. She trying to bury me. I'm Rob. What name you got on the paper? Rob.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Rob or Robert, whichever one. I mean, I don't know.
We ain't even been beefing. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even argue. We had a little light argument last week about a little light bill, some little like that. But you gonna have a funeral for me?
Okay.
Man, this don't make no. I tell you like this, they got the right now. You got the right one. I tell you, man, I'm not around. Watch what happens.
Mr. Can I mean, since I have you on the phone, can I ask you what? Is it all right if I ask you something, sir?
Man, what you want to ask me, bro?
I mean, since it is your funeral, would you like the light blue lining or the white lining on the inside?
Come on, you playing with me, right? Now you trying me. Now if I come down there and swing on your, you won't like it. There's gonna be two funerals. You and her. Keep on now. You gonna pick your own line. Oh, man, I'm out here busting my like 12-hour shift. All I said, cut a little bit of lights off around here, gonna keep the bill down. But you would say, huh? Around here,
hello, sir.
But these lights on light. Now a funeral? Come on, man. Boy, I swear to God, this.
Okay. Can I tell you what else your wife told me when she was here?
What? What else she told you? Yeah, I need to know. Anyway, I need to know. Tell me. Go ahead, tell me.
Well, she told me to tell you exactly who I was.
What? Who is you?
I'm sorry?
Who are you,
sir?
Who's the funeral director?
I'm not John from the funeral home.
You better tell me you nobody else. Not no another. You talking about the funeral? This is.
This right here, his nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Diane got me to prank phone call you. Hello, Mr.
Y'all ain't. I swear y'all ain't. Tommy boy.
Yeah, that was good. The video blurred a little bit in and out, but everybody heard the gist of it though. Like that video was funny, man. He was like, "Wait, I just told her to cut the lights off a little bit to save on some money on some bills, and she gonna try to bury me and get a funeral." Oh man, that was a classic video, man. I know we don't got much time, but we'll touch on it a little bit, man. It's one of those things where, that's why, all jokes aside, you got to trust whoever you're getting a life insurance policy for and with. And you got to trust your loved ones. You know what I mean? He trusts her, but then he was like, Jesus, though, like one little thing went wrong, and now she's about to do a whole funeral for me and cash out on this life insurance policy, trying to take me out.
You see how pissed off he was, right?
Yeah.
And but that's what the insurable interest does. It protects all of that, because like he was like, yo, I can't believe my wife trying to take me out. And he fell for it too, right? So, and that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. I love that show. But yeah, that's why it's very, very important to for one, tell the people that you're getting a policy for that you actually get a policy on them, because of these reasons. It's offensive. Like, like you trying to take somebody out. It's a natural human instinct, a thought. If you don't know about that, like, what, are you trying to kill me? Like, that's the automatic thought that
to tell you the truth, listen, honestly, to tell you the truth, it's one of those things where when you get this policy out on this person, because let's be clear, people, when you get a life insurance policy, no matter what that person ends up doing or you think they may do, you still have to notify them and let them know you're getting a policy out on yourself and they're the beneficiary. Do not make that mistake, to be clear. But with that said, I'm going to be keeping my eye on you naturally because of that insurable interest. It's a little side eye. You know what I mean? You take a look at other little things like, you sure everything good? You know what I mean? Just like the earlier video where you saw, after the grandson came out the place, he's listening to music. He listens to a song that says, "I got murder on my mind." Like, you know what I mean? Like, he mixing Clorox in the drink. You do look at that person a little side eye. Like, let me make sure. I'm good.
It definitely have people second guessing. I'll tell you that.
I did see one question Letitia came up with. That was a good question that she had asked. Her son had asked her something. Now, where'd that one go? There it was. There we go. She said, my 18-year-old son is watching. He's asking if he has a girlfriend, which he better not. Can he get a policy for her? She said she know the answer, but she wanted the two fine men on the show to answer. Go ahead, Kay.
All right. So the answer is yes. You actually can get a life insurance policy out on each other. Now they're gonna ask more deeper questions because you guys are fairly young, right? But you guys can. Now, if there's different variables to that, it's a more layered answer, but it's as simple as you can. Yes, you can.
That's a good question, and that's a good question to ask too, though, because that brings up another topic, and we got to go here in a second. But that's a good point though, because that means that your significant other it can be an insurable interest. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so that's a good thing to know, that either way around the ball, whether you're dating somebody, a kid, a business partner, these are all people that can impact your life, and we should all be taking policies out, not on everybody, but trustworthy people and who you want to build with at the end of the day, whether it's kids, a business partner, a significant other, there should be some type of benefit, and insurance policy is one way that you can do that. But I guess with that said, let's wrap up the show. Go ahead, Kay. You gonna say something else?
We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up. Last thing I want to say real quick is that it doesn't have to necessarily be spouses, right? It could just be you guys are in a relationship, but there has to be some type of, you guys have to be sharing some type of bills. There has to be some type of financial connection outside of you guys just loving each other. If that makes sense, right? So I hope that just answers it a little bit deeper. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Any events we got coming up?
Right now at the top of my head, no. We have some events that we're going to, and we're talking at. But yeah, we'll put them in the chat next week, because I can't remember off the top of my head. It's getting late.
You have so much going on. But I got you though. Yes, we still got this November. Well, I said this November, like it's not November. Yeah, in November 22nd, we're having an event here at the office, right here in the Queens, New York office. So if you're in the tri-state area, if you're in New York City, come out, have a good time with us. It's pretty much like a potluck. We're gonna have food, drinks, and a nice overview of what we do and how we help families. So come out, have a good time with us. That's going down November 22nd at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. But what I would say is this: when we're talking about getting Casket ready, we're really talking about love. We're talking about protection. We're talking about preparation. Insurable interest is what keeps that protection real. It makes people want to get insurance, right? So with that being said, I want you guys to have a wonderful Monday evening. Have a good night. And here at Legacy Builders, we build together to what? As usual, grow forever.
Grow forever.
Nothing else.
Yeah, and the last piece, we cannot tell them to go to the site, Kate. You're forgetting the main important thing.
I didn't forget. I left that for you. I left that for you.
Right. So at the bottom of the screen, you see it scrolling. Go to www.legacybuildersus.com for more information, to book an appointment on getting a policy, amongst other things. You go to the site, you'll see us doing more things. We do everything money, credit, real estate, business planning, the whole nine. But come back again and tune on Mondays at 7 p.m. Or, like I said, scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You can DM us, you can text us at the number you see below as well. But definitely check out the site, go to the site. If you catch us on the replay, like and comment. We want to hear your feedback.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night, everybody.